what's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon what? Shannon. I just want to know your title, man. Because here's the deal. All of us that are sitting here, we're not getting paid any money. And I assume you are. So you work for Boys Town. What's your last name?
Actually, I'm volunteering my time, even though I work for Boys Town too.
Oh, so you're here as a volunteer. So everybody at the table is here volunteering.
We do need to move forward. Are you recording?
Yes.
Where is she? Do you know where she works? Can somebody tell me her job? I mean, I don't understand why this is a hard question.
She did introduce herself at the beginning.
Yeah, I was directing people because they were lost to try to get here. So what?
I feel uncomfortable giving information about her. Is my problem right now.
Well, should I call Boys Town? Maybe I'll call Nick Giuliano.
He for sure
Would he know?
Yes.
Okay, that's an easy solution to that problem. I can do that. It's okay. It's not. Thank you for being accommodating. I really appreciate it. So, is there a way to get a list of all the people who attended this meeting?
I'm sure that there is.
Okay.
There was a sign issue at the beginning, and so
That would be
Jim-
really
Yeah.
helpful. Thank you. Are you, you're Amy, right? Okay, thank you, Amy.
Well, I have a comment that I'd like to put out as a question to be responded to by whoever at some point. Many of us in the community are extremely concerned about the safety of our children when they're in school. We have heard horrible reports. We've read these same reports in the news media, in the newspapers, about children that are being treated physically, abusively by SROs. I want to ask what type of training SROs have. Is it police training that tells them how to throw someone down on the pavement, an adult, a 350-pound man? Or is the Omaha Police actually taking the time to address the issues that an SRO would deal with psychologically with young people, with problem solving? What handbook can we as parents and grandparents obtain from you about what your guidelines are for SROs? We're not permitted to know the standard operating procedures of the police. Can parents obtain a copy of the guidelines for SROs, what they're able to do? How are we to know when they overstep the line? A lot of times there's no witnesses. We need to know what the officers are being trained to do in the schools and how it's different than it is out on the street, or how different it is from the military backgrounds that a lot of these officers come from. We all know that the police officers, in a lot of cases, come from ex-military. A lot of them have PTSD. A lot of them are in the schools with our children and grandchildren, and we're very concerned about that. Thank you. I will look forward to an answer. Thank you.
I have matter of fact, I didn't get your name, but I loved your comment about the time I sat down, about the power structure and the way you deal with people with regard to being a service provider as opposed to a sort of an unbalanced approach. What I experienced, I worked for Omaha Public Schools for many years, and at the time they did have SROs. And what I experienced was that they were very standoffish. They were there when a problem arose and then reacted. Well, I worked for Omaha Public Schools for 8 years. And there was one fellow that was not an SRO, but he was just a security guard. And this was at North High School. And he just told me how he handled kids. And so he spoke to every child as they entered the building, as many as he could. And just like Gene Haynes, he remembered each kid. And so each kid had a running relationship with this security guard. And while it was a little bit out of balance because they knew that he was an authority figure, there was a relationship that existed. Now, I only brought that up because of what you said. I loved what you said. But my other question is, and I guess this goes to what this lady was talking about, is I would love to know what the criteria is for choosing an SRO that goes into the school system, and do they have the mentality that it takes, in other words, to endure situations with young people that they're undeveloped, and then they have that ability to communicate. So a situation, first off, like you said, I really love that it's more on an equal plane, even though there is an authority, it is an authority figure. This takes actual work. In other words, he doesn't just sit in the cubicle or in the office. He's out there actually interacting with the kids on a daily basis. But my question is, I kind of got off a topic. My question is, what is the criteria for choosing a person? And shouldn't they have an ability to communicate on a level that would cause the children that they're dealing with to not just recognize the authority, but then recognize that there's a relationship, or can be a relationship, that door's open for that. I didn't experience it that way. When it was more of a really hard-hitting structure while I was there, and I didn't like it. I didn't think that was conducive to getting kids to cooperate and feel like they're bought in. So that's.
Thank you.
All right.
Is there a criteria? I guess that doesn't get answered.